Hi everyone, my name is Claudia and it brings me so much joy to welcome you to this nourishing practice where we will be taking the time to really connect to the ground. Okay, so with that, we're going to start in a toe stretch so we can really connect to the earth. So let's have you just curl all 10 toes under. Sit your hips on your heels and then stack your spine nice and upright. So just beginning to connect into those energy points of the feet. Now you can rest your hands on your lap as you begin to notice and watch and listen. So listen for those thoughts to arise when it gets uncomfortable. And I just want you to notice what the mind is saying. So are you stuck in any of your own resistance? Offer yourself permission to shift into a state of mind that is going to fully support you, that is going to empower you, that is going to inspire you. You deserve that. Now, between those sensations that you're feeling, and I know you're feeling them because I am, between those sensations and how you react to the sensation, there is this space. And it's in that space that we can really grow and we evolve. And that's this practice. So come back to your breath practice here. Breathe in, breathe out. All right, let's come on out. Bring your hands forward and just pat the backs of the feet to the ground. Bring some life back into the toes. Okay, good. Now begin to ground into your hands and then let's have you take a breath in as you open up your chest to cow pose. As you breathe out, round your spine. Find that rooted place of arrival. So just moving in this healing, nourishing way. Open up your chest cavity, breathe in. Exhale as you round to cat. Feel every muscle of this process. One more, inhale. Exhale. All right, very nice. Reset your spine. So just straighten it out. And then let's work into the back of the right leg. So send your right foot back, curl your toes under and drive through your heel. Now you can pulsate the heel back so you can feel some sensations switch on through the right side of the leg, the right back of the leg, that hamstring. Now it's the hamstring that corresponds to an earth element in Ayurveda. So we will be working with the hamstrings a lot today. All right, now with that, just begin to pick up your right foot and bring it all the way to the outside of your right wrist. We're going to walk the hands slightly forward. So by default, that left hip can lower some more, working into your hip girdle, into your hip sockets. Lead with your heart space. Now, for some people that are watching at home, this might feel like, whew, my sweet spot. For others, you might be able to lower a forearm or even both. Now, we are just warming up, so take it easy. Be with your beautiful breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, now you can stay with your arm on the ground, or you can come back to your hand as we begin to add in a twist so we can work deeper into the quad. You're going to bend your left knee and reach your right hand back to grab for the foot. Again, you might want to pop back up onto your left hand if you lowered. Now bring the heel closer into your glute and keep that right knee stacked over your ankle. Take a deep breath in and then a full breath out. Do that again. Inhale. Exhale. Gorgeous. Release your foot. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Step your right knee under your hip. Take 3 rounds of cat-cow. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sync your breath to movement. Exhale, open up your front body, engage the back body. So pull the shoulder blades in, and then as you exhale round, pull the shoulder blades out. One more, inhale. Exhale. Okay, reset the back, left side we go, curl the toes under and then step the foot back, drive through your heel and just switch on your hamstring. Work into that muscle, into your ligaments, the tendons, the fascia, the bones, everything that holds the body together. All right, now pick up that left leg, step it to the outside of your left wrist. Big step up. Walk your hands further forward. So by consequence, we lower through the hips. And again, every side is always different and every day is different. So if this feels enough, just stay. If you wanted to try playing around with dropping one forearm, go ahead. Maybe you have the range today to drop both elbows. Now, whichever layer you take it to, be with the breath. Close your eyes and just tune in. So learning lessons on the yoga mat today that we can take from the yoga mat and infuse into our days. We can infuse into our life this sense of nourishment. So make this practice just that. Nourishing breath in, healing breath out. Add in a twist, bend the right knee, reach your left hand up and back. You can absolutely lift back up onto your right hand now. Now grab the foot and bring it in so the heel's close towards your glute. Keep your knee over your ankle and then twist your torso as you roll your shoulder back and down. Long neck, deep breath. Inhale, exhale. So good. Release your foot. Bring the hands to the ground. Step your knee back and then bring the knees off the mat. Let's take this thing to downward facing dog. What I want you to do here is drive your heels down. Pick them up as you breathe in, and then send them down as you breathe out. So working into the back of the hammies. And again, inhale, lift up nice and high. Exhale to lower. Feel that breath anchor through your heels. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, good. With the breath, start to walk yourself all the way forward to the top of your mat. Perhaps you can even keep your hamstrings straight since we've opened them. Once you get to the top of the yoga mat, fold over your legs, let your head be heavy, and just begin to sway your upper trunk from side to side. Let's really begin to tap into the parasympathetic nervous system. So just slow everything down. And then with this slowness, with this steadiness, roll the torso all the way up to standing. Allow the movements to be nourishing. Once your head lifts, lift up your arms. Let's begin to clear the space that we're in. So stretch yourself up, big breath in, reach up like a tree. As you breathe out, fold yourself all the way forward. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana as you inhale. High plank position is your exhalation. Lower yourself down and then lift yourself up. Let's take this to a little baby cobra. So keep your elbows in and then roll your shoulders back. Navel is zipped in and you're lengthening through the side seams of your body. Breathe in, bend into your knees, curl the toes under and then push your hips up and back. Land into down dog and we'll take 3 cycles of breath as we lift the heels up nice and high and then lower them. So together, breathe in, lift up. Exhale, send them back down to the ground. Utilize the stretch. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale, come up high onto the tippy toes. Exhale to surrender those heels like there's an anchor attached to them. Good. We'll take one more round of Surya Namaskar A with the breath. Inhale, gaze forward towards your thumbs. Exhale, step your right foot forward and then your left foot. Halfway lift, you straighten out your spine, bring the weight forward into the ball of the feet so you can access your hamstrings more. Then as you breathe out, surrender yourself in half. Root down and rise all the way up. Take a nourishing breath in. Inhale. Now on your exhale, fold yourself back down. These movements should feel really good. Let them be nourishing. Breathe in, halfway lift. High plank position is waiting for you as you breathe out. Lower down, drop the knees, your chest, your chin, your belly. And then from the ground, baby cobra, press down through the backs of the feet and the pubic bone, roll the shoulders back and down. Exhale to your downward facing dog. And then drop to the knees. Take a moment to connect to the earth in child's pose position. Forehead to the ground. Give yourself permission to release right now. To be with the effects of the flow. So without overanalyzing or intellectualizing or fantasizing, so try not to fidget either, just stay in the seat of the observer. Now observe your inflow and then match it with your outflow. Do that again. Breathe in, nice and steady. Breathe out, nice and strong. One more. Put emphasis on really slowing the breath down. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, start to come back to your downward facing dog position. Let's continue to work into the bottom half of the body. So with strong hands, lift your right leg up and back behind you. Breathe in. As you breathe out, step your right foot all the way forward in between your thumbs. Drop your left knee down, lift your arms up, so we float through Anjaneyasana, low lunge, but then you're going to bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra prayer position, and then trace the thumbs to the center of your chest. Now keep this active, so you press the hands in towards one another, so you can feel the shoulder girdle engage. Keep the navel suctioned in and your ribs up. So physically, this mudra is great to turn the arms on. But then in more of a spiritual sense, this mudra symbolizes the expression of dualities joining. The yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, the light and the dark. And it's yoga that teaches us that these polarities exist in all of us. And these practices are a great way at bringing these polarities into a better state of balance. Now with that, let's add in a balance. So go ahead and lift up your left knee off the ground. So we lift the legs into a high lunge, and then you're going to start to tilt your weight forward. So begin to come light on the back toes as the weight anchors into the right foot, and then float the left toes up off the ground. Warrior 3 position. So you want to bring your left heel in line with your hips and your hips in line with your shoulders. Keep your hands at the center of the chest, coming back to that mudra, let it stabilize you. Now what tends to happen here is you just drop the chest. Can you keep your chest lifted? So think of being in a back bend here. Keep pressing down through all 5 toes. Look forward and then breathe. Inhale. As you exhale, you're going to float the left foot back 3/4 of the way. Now bring your feet about hips distance apart and then start to bring the hands towards the ground. So you might want to bend your right knee slightly. We're in this variation of pyramid pose. Arms are long, your spine is strong. Breathe in. As we breathe out, we're going to bend into the left knee deeply here. So you're going to come onto the ball of the left foot, activating through the toes again as you walk the hands closer in. So just like how we started, lengthen your right leg out. Flex the right foot, drawing the right toes towards your shin. Okay, now lift up your chest. Perhaps your fingertips are by the sides of you, or you may even have the balance to bring the hands to your heart center. Stack the spine. And don't worry if you fall or you're wobbling. Don't worry, you're not alone. The actual practice will come in to practice when we resist those urges to judge ourselves, to blame ourselves. Just keep coming back to breathing in the body. Inhale. Listen, as you exhale, you're going to turn to the left. Keep walking the hands to the back of the yoga mat. Set yourself up in a high plank. Strap your navel in and then lower yourself down. Untuck the toes, lower the belly and the chest. Cobra pose to breathe in. Keep pressing down through the backs of the feet and your hips. As you breathe out, bend the knees, push the hips back. So good. Take a full breath in. Lift your lovely heels up nice and high. Exhale, send them to the ground. 2 more, enjoy. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one, inhale. Exhale. All right, left side we go. Sweep that left leg up and back behind you. And then step the foot all the way forward. Right knee drops down as your left arms lift up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. So the hands are going to touch. You find your mudra and then bring the thumbs to the center of your chest. And just take a moment to stabilize in your foundations. That's really what we're looking at today. Working into these strong foundations so we can allow this strong container to help us grow out and move forward from. Now with that, let's begin to grow out as we curl the right toes under and bring the right knee off the yoga mat. Lift up your torso. Okay, good. We're in this high lunge and we add in a balance. Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Tilt your chest forward. Come light on your right foot as you bring your weight into your left foot and then lift the right leg off the ground. Give yourself a little leap, a plunge, a lunge into that left leg. And then straighten it out, engage as you lift your torso, but drop your right hip down in line with your left hip. Stay breathing. Stay in your body. Inhale. As you exhale, the right foot is going to land back 3/4 of the way now, so you don't need to step as far back. Bring the hands to the ground. Let's take pyramid. You may have to bend your left knee slightly. And I like to bring my feet about hips distance apart here. Keep your navel in and your chest proud. Inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee. Bring your hip towards your right heel. Walk your hands closer in. Lengthen your left leg out. Flex the foot so the toes draw towards your shin bone. And then lift up your chest. Okay, your hands can be hovering. Or you might want to bring your hands to your heart center, play around with the balance. Can you grow taller? Big breath in. As you breathe out, turn all the way to the front. So turn to the right, walk the hands to the front, float to a high plank, full breath in. As you breathe out, lower down. From the ground, lift yourself up. Allow the earth energy to rebound up through the body. Open up. Downward facing dog to child's pose position. Bring your knees down. Sit your hips to your heels. Release your hands to the ground. And if you do feel like you need to ground more, try to drop the forehead. If you feel like you need to receive more, then flip your palms to the sky. And let's just take a few moments here in clarity. Now with your body rested on the ground, let's begin to really utilize the ground. So begin to pull from it this infinite resource, this infinite wisdom that's been here for millions of years, supporting and holding all life that has been and gone. So as we breathe in, let's begin to really extract that nourishment. As you breathe out, let it release anything that doesn't serve you. Gorgeous. Come back to downward facing dog. Okay, my favorite bit, we're gonna flow breath to movement through the entire sequence. It's gonna get a little quicker, but don't worry if you get lost. Use your breath as your anchor. Let's do this. So lift your right foot up and back as you breathe in. Step your right foot forward as you breathe out. Lower your left knee down. Lift your arms up. Take a full inhalation. Bring your hands to prayer position. Exhalation. Lift yourself up into a high lunge and breathe in. Bring the weight forward as you breathe out and fly into Warrior 3. Left toes lift up. Maintain the pose. Inhale. As you exhale, the left foot drops down just 3/4 of the way. Bring the hands down to the ground. Take a breath in and just puff up your chest. As you breathe out, bend into your left knee, lengthen your right leg out. Lift up your torso. Perhaps you can bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale. Exhale, turn to the left. Bring the hands to the back of the yoga mat. Lower down. Stay on the breath. Lift up your chest. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Lift up your heels. Breathe in. Push them back down and breathe out. And again, inhale. Exhale. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Left side we go. Bring the leg nice and high as you inhale. And then step the foot all the way in between the hands as you exhale. Right knee down, arms lift up. Inhale. Thumbs to the center of the chest. Exhale. Pick your right knee up. Breathe in. Bring your weight forward. Breathe out. Fly into Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Right foot lifts up. Keep the chest lifted. Inhale. Exhale, the right foot goes down. Pyramid pose, hands to the ground. Keep your heart raised as you inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee. Lift up your torso. Perhaps the hands can join together. Breathe in. As you breathe out, turn all the way to the front of the yoga mat. High plank position. Lower yourself down. Breathe into an up dog. Breathe out to child's pose position. Bring your knees nice and wide now. Allowing your back body to just drop into your front body. And then give your front body over to the force of gravity. Now, once you have started to slow down your breath, let's begin to slow down this part of the practice. So can I have you bring your chest all the way up. Soften your hips to one side. And then reach your legs all the way forward. Kick through your heels. Take a breath in as you lift up through your waist, your ribs, your arms, your fingers. Inhale. Exhale, fold over your legs. So let's continue to work into the back of the body, the back of the legs. Now you can grab for the heels for your feet, and you can use that connection to pull the chest further down towards the legs. Allowing the breath to lengthen the spine as you inhale, and then allowing the chest to drop as you exhale. Do that again. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Inhale. Exhale. There you have it. Start to bring your chest all the way up. Roll yourself up. And then release your spine all the way back down to the ground. Now, once the spine releases, bring your right knee in towards your right shoulder. Hug it in nice and tight. You can bring the knee in, finding some compression, avoiding your rib cage. Inhale. Exhale as you thread your right knee over towards the left. Keep the left hand on the right knee and then stretch your right fingertips out to the right. Check in with your right shoulder, drop it down. Drop the eyelids. Try to soften through the entire cloak of your skin right now. Begin to soften through the entire cloak of your skin. Resting and digesting the practice. And then slowly begin to come all the way back through center. Reach your right heel forward. And then bring the left knee in towards your chest. Hug it in nice and tight. Squeeze in. Compress. Inhalation. Exhalation, left knee over to the right. Keep the right hand on the knee as you sweep the left arm all the way over. Drop down into your left shoulder and just soften your eyelids closed if they're not already. All right, now let's begin to move into the most nourishing part of the practice, Shavasana pose. So you're going to extend your legs all the way forward. You can relax your arms by your sides. Close down your eyes. And really just enjoy this time to relax. Now wherever you've drifted off to, start to come back. Come back into your nurtured body. And then reawaken the body. So bring some small movements into the toes and your hands. into your ankles and your fingers. And then stretch your toes forward and your fingers all the way back behind you. Take a big breath in and then a healing breath out. Let's have you draw your knees into your chest and just drop the knees over to the right side as you land in a fetal position. Now from this fetus position, press yourself up so you can sit up nice and tall. One last moment to be receptive. So cross your legs, let your hands meet back together at the center of your chest, balance both sides, and then bow the chin in honor of the practice, in honor of yourself, for making the time, for holding the space, for sharing your energy, and for giving your body and your mind the gift of yoga. Savor this nourishment. Now bow your chest all the way forward as you seal it all in with Namaste. Namaste, my loves. As always, it's such a privilege. Thank you for being here. Please continue to tag us in your posts. It's such an honor and pleasure to watch them and to see you practicing. And I'll see you here tomorrow.